Hello friends, welcome to Simulink tutorials. So what we'll see in this is logical switch with Simulinks. So in this, basically what we'll be trying to understand is we have some input signal to a switch block. Okay, and based on this threshold decisions, we will be taking output. So we can make decision something like this, that if it is greater than 0, take up the upper input. So this is like input 1, and if it is less than 0, take the lower input 2. So this input 1 and input 2 is your results that you want to have based on your input signal. Okay, and we can show it in a scope. Alright, so let's start with MATLAB. We'll write down Simulink to open up Simulink window. Simulink. Okay, so it opens up as the templates, and you can open a blank window. Let's maximize it. Now what we need is we need to have one input signal. Let's consider sinusoidal signal. So we'll type out sine wave. We'll keep the amplitude by default 1. Okay. Then we need to have one switch signal. Switch block. So I'll write down switch. These blocks you can take it from library as well. Like here, library you open, and from there you can search out where is switch. So if you don't know in which block it will come up, you just have to write here switch and press enter. So it will search the switch block for you. Okay, or generally all these blocks are commonly used blocks. So what you can do is sinusoidal signals and all generally happens in sources, like sources, sine wave and all is there. You can make this wave as cos wave also, and other kind of waves as well. Sinks will be there for displaying things and all. Okay, so what we need to have is we need to have one display window also. So we'll take up one scope. Okay, so drag and drop it, and number of inputs will keep right now 1. Then what we need to have is two constants which we want to put inside, right? So we'll take up constant block, keep the value 1, another constant block, keep the value for -1. Okay, so if it is greater than 1, greater than 0 switch block, what I will have is 1. So I will connect this to this input. So what it is doing, if my input signal, this input signal is more than 0, it will take this value as output. So this output will be shown to my scope. Okay, next, if it is less than 0, then I will connect this input, and this input will be shown to the scope. So for better view, what we can do is we can select all of them and right click and go to format, show block names on. So if your block names are not switched on, you can show the block name so that you can understand which signal is what. Now we can save it or we can directly run it, not an issue. So we'll just press run. We have run it and we'll see the output. So as you can see, the input is sine wave, but it has switched to +1, this +1, and -1, this -1. If you wish to change the values, you can change it. But for better viewing, what we can do is we can take up sinusoidal signal also superimposed over here, right? So we'll take it 2 inputs, like make this number of inputs as 2, or you can take up another sinusoid, another scope. So let's take another scope. A scope, and this guy is asking number of inputs. You can directly press 2, or otherwise you can go inside and change the number of inputs. Okay, now what do we need? We need one input from here, the output signal, and another input from the input signal. Okay, so like this we have connected. Now in this scope we will see both the outputs. So let's double click this. See, what we are seeing is this sinusoidal signal, when it is greater than 0, we are going to get +1. When it is less than 0, we are going to get -1. Let's now change the value for positive. So what we'll do is make it +2 and this make it 0. Okay. So whenever it will be less than 0, it will make it 0. Whenever it will be greater than 0, it will take +2. So let's run it. So this +2 is going for signal greater than 0 and 0 is remaining for the signal less than 0. Right. So this is the thing we can achieve very easily. If you wish to, you can change the threshold value as well in the switch. So double click this and threshold value, suppose we want 0.5. So if my signal is more than 0.5, then only you send it to +2, otherwise you keep it 0. Right. So what we can do, we are having this. So what we are having is, we are having sinusoidal signal. Whenever the signal is more than 0.5, it is reaching to +2, and whenever it is less than 0.5, it is reaching to 0. Okay, so all the values from here to here, the values are 0. Alright guys, hope you have understood everything in this. Now what we will do is, we have another thing which we can do, that we can export these items to MATLAB and draw there. So let's understand how to export that values. So we can write down to workspace. Okay. So this is called as to workspace, and how many number of variables or name of variable you want, you can put it, right? So this output I am going to put it to SIMOUT. Okay. All right. Now if you run, like let's make this block name on. Okay. So this SIMOUT will be giving you the output. So this in the variable name will be SIMOUT, and we have output in MATLAB. So let's open MATLAB and you will see you have SIMOUT value here. So if you see, double click this, then you will get the values time and data, right? So time versus data, you have everything. So what we can do is, we can plot these values from MATLAB directly. Okay. So for this, what we will do, we can do one thing is take up this SIMOUT. Okay. So this SIMOUT is telling us that we have a time information and data information, ts data dot data table and ts data dot data table, right?